Hi everybody, Melissa here. I've been doing a lot of thinking the last couple days, and I've decided not to review Nick's album, Love Life Tragedy, as a whole just yet. And instead, I wanted to focus on each individual episode that he's releasing, one at a time as they come out, since that's the story that he wants to tell at this time. So that means today we're starting with episode 1, Hurts to Love You. Now, he initially released this song as a single just a few short months after the passing of his brother Aaron Carter in November of 22. At face value, the song is, of course, a powerful dedication to Aaron, and it still easily translates over to anyone who has known the pain of loving someone with everything that you are, and yet still feeling powerless to help them find their footing, to stay on a healthy and positive life path. When you love someone, you want the very best for them, but you cannot make their life choices for them. Now, naturally, I would love to pick apart this video frame by frame, but I'm not going to do that. I watched it multiple times, deciding how I wanted to interpret it to distinguish the video from the song, because I think that they are two very different things. Ultimately, while the song itself is a mournful love letter to Aaron, the video is something separate. It has elements that are obviously relatable to Nick, but the visuals of the video seem to be something separate. But it's just general enough that it feels like it could be more personal to a wider audience, while still telling a story that seems to be part of Nick's journey while still leading somewhere else. In episode 1, Hurts to Love You, we can see at least Nick seems to be acknowledging the feelings of abandonment and neglect and the resentment that can build between brothers when that happens over and over, no matter how much love there is. We see that there is some sort of crossroads. It's not explicitly stated what that is or how it came to be, and it's not necessary either. Visually, for the purposes of this comic video, it's a very universal feeling. So I think that it translates well and people understand and can identify. In this scene, we see the character's feet and the path laid out before him, and we know that it's up to him to make the choice to choose the path. And in the last frame, we see that it's dark, leaving us, the audience, left to wonder and worry. Here we see the main character missing his brother, feeling alone and quite literally shut out from his life. There's the empty chair at the dinner table, and this doesn't necessarily mean that he's referencing anything in particular, rather more generally representing that he was out of reach and that their lives were growing in separate directions. And there's clearly a growing resentment in this absence, even though the lyrics of the song explicitly state that the love is always there and that he's always on his mind. And interestingly, we also see a reoccurring white cat that I would love to learn more about. I don't know if the white cat is something literal or special to Nick, or if it's more of a traditional storytelling feature. I know in a lot of storytelling, cats can symbolize mystery and independence and transformation and the supernatural. Sometimes they just represent good luck. Or maybe in this comic book aspect, it's like a spiritual guide type figure. So I would love to learn more about that. Overall, I think episode 1 did an excellent job of taking a very powerful and personal song and applying it to what is, in my opinion, the setup for an origin story. As I record this, Nick has already just released episode 2, which I haven't watched yet because I didn't want it to affect my immediate reaction to episode 1, because I really wanted to get my thoughts out first. With Nick's backstory as our starting point for interpretation, I think we're left to make a lot of assumptions with these comic stories, and I think if we can learn to let go of some of those assumptions as we get farther into this series, then I think we'll start to understand the story itself a little bit better, and we will probably enjoy it more as well. I don't believe Nick's intention with this project was ever to make people feel sad or to gain sympathy, but rather to seek out people that needed to feel these very heavy feelings and draw them in and give them something to keep them going. Not all art is pretty. Not all art is happy. But good art will make you feel something, and great art will motivate you to do something, even if it's just to keep going one more day. Thanks for joining me for episode 1. Join me for episode 2.